Hello YouTube and welcome back to another video. This is my Zenith tube radio that I got. Now, it is a 1950s gigantic alarm clock. Yes, it's an alarm clock. There's your snooze button. Well, it had a squeak. I think that's the timer. Because according to brochure, there's a timer you can set so it could lull you to sleep with music. That's whether you want your alarm off or not. If you hadn't guessed already, it's a Zenith model C519. I'm going to be very ginger. There's a little chart for those of you. Oh, come on. It's focusing in on the Zenith logo. Well, it's a really nice radio, don't get me wrong, but the only major malfunction is it's a hot chassis radio. What hot chassis is when this plug can go into the wall both ways. Now you're there like, oh, I don't need to go when I can't get in because I keep trying to do it in the wrong way. Well, that, despite it being convenient, is really, really bad. Now, this one I might actually be safe in some way, shape, or form because the knobs are plastic. You know, they're all plastic. They're all plastic knobs. So that I'm okay with. So minty. But just to compare the size, 1950s alarm clock, 1985 Emerson alarm clock. Now they're not the both same brand. Please don't copyright strike me.
Leonard Toffee. We better go in, okay?
Now I'm trying to figure out which way would be the safest way to plug this sucker in without killing myself. So what the hot chassis defect I'll say is what it is so here's your cord. Again, it goes in both ways. But what it is I think there's a hot and a neutral lead, and since obviously they're flipped, there's going to be a major malfunction. So what it does is just builds up a ton of electricity on the chassis inside of this big box you see here. This is called the case. And the chassis is a big metal piece where you just plug in all the tubes and stuff. There's this YouTube guy. I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but he likes to work on these old radios and TVs. He intends to stick to TVs mostly. TVs is, to me, I guess, is his forte or his cup of tea. I'm just using all the idioms and stuff here. But this is way more different than, for example, a phone, because I don't use this as my alarm clock. I use this for display. And obviously, since it's new enough, it's safe to keep plugged in. But this thing, on the other hand, might be a shelf item. As much as I hate to say it. It's just so deadly to a point that I'm too afraid to keep it plugged in on a regular basis. Like, yeah, every now and then just, like, fire it up to show that it works, but, everything works. Supposedly the clock works. I haven't even figured out that thing. I need a user manual for that. I'm not even sure if it has that little glow in the dark stuff on it. It might. Give me a minute. If we can find out. Well, we can do that last. My dad thought it had a little light bulb that, it could glow in each of those things, but I told him that probably won't happen. I think what he meant by glow was probably like the tubes glowing. It was where we were when we first initially tried it out. It wasn't dark enough that we could like see the glowing of the tubes through it. But what I mean by tubes is vacuum tube. Look it up on Google. I don't know how they work, but they're this glass, like light bulb looking thing. And you plug it into the chassis, which is this giant big metal thing where all your capacitors and stuff is. And these radios are old enough to have something called wax bombs or wax capacitors. Look it up. I'm not going to tell you all about it. I'm not an electronics expert. I just want to enjoy an old school radio, just have a nice time, and just, go for broke. But, like, I wanted to make sure, of course, the listing said tested and works, but sometimes you find out the dangers of having these American beauties with such quality. No wonder why people went to plastic trash. No, honestly, a tube radio can last forever. If this thing is all original, I'm going to be shocked. Because this thing works just fine. It works like a charm. But I want to figure out which way to plug it in. Now, I know you probably hate seeing black, me narrating, but that's going to have to be the case for a second. Or wait. I can. Or can I? Perfect. So you're seeing the side of my zenith. So what I'm going to do is going to pick up the radio, get the cable to go under it. Now I was checking out a website that is all specializing in radios and old tech. But my major issue, yes, I'm spending the time, encourage. I think this is the right way you plug it in. Now, please, radio gods, don't make me look like electro boom when he can't hook up a wire lead correctly. I don't even know how to do it, and I think that's pathetic. Oh! Son of a gun. I thought for a split second. Anyways, to the video. There it is there. Actually, it's humming. I think I might be good. No, just kidding.
Put them in rooms where they couldn't see Friday afternoon.
Didn't they? But that hold up in Borderline.
Yes, it's picking up.
Yeah.
Will I get it if I turn it?
How thankful he is that he now...
They play small ball.
How important he has been to the American way of life.
We don't care, ESPN.
process where I own up to something about myself and ask God to help change me by His
Nope.
grace.
I have good fortune.
Don't copyright me, please. I'm just trying to show that to the little kiddies, that this is better than the crappy old Walmart alarm clock that you think is the best thing out there. Well, buy yourself a Zenith, save up your allowance after that, then take it to an electronics expert, get it your bulk recap and all that, so it's safe to actually freaking use. Excuse my terms if you think freaking's a bad word. And you got yourself a safe alarm clock. Look at this beauty. Best of 1958 or 59. I know it's a 50s radio.
I was trying to hail one to follow her when a black coupe pulled up to the curb. Come on, Johnny. Hey, hustle it up. Idle change. How do you feel? Terrible. What is this? The Vance told us it was King. We checked the airlines and found out he had his wife with him when he flew in from Reno. That is Mrs. King up there in that cab, isn't it? That's who she said she was. She wants to sell you her husband for part of that reward, doesn't she? Yeah. Well, what's the delay? She wants to make sure she'll be handled all right. The money and all. So did Vance. Don't needle me, Randall. I don't mean to. This all figures. Thought she might try to get in touch with you for just that reason. I don't get it. Well, that's why I put a man on your hotel. Followed you when you came to meet her today, and he phoned me. We looked her up. Her name was Melba Thaler before she married King.
Trying to adjust this thing's like trying to drive a
Minnesota, but she
tank.
couldn't keep herself out of trouble and got disinherited. Money's always been her problem. It's everybody's problem. Not the way it is with her. Now King's worth a lot.
So it's 10:28. I'm trying to get to the gosh darn 10 before the chassis get hot.
There's something else, Randall. What?
She's stalling me, I think. She said she didn't know who they were. But if she does know who the others were in that counter holdup, King would be worth even more money. They'd want him dead instead of with the police talking his head off.
That's right.
We followed Melba King's taxi for better than 45 minutes.
Sorry
All
again.
the way through the Holland Tunnel and into Jersey. She finally left it at a train station in Bucks County. We watched her buy a magazine and sit down in the waiting room and begin to read it. 15 minutes later, she stepped into the phone booth. When she came out, I went over to the filling station phone to see if she'd phoned my hotel.
Well?
She wasn't trying to get me.
Well, that settles it. She's contacted the others. She's going to sell to you or them, whoever pays most for him.
Some operator, isn't she?
Well, when you have time, look at the file we picked up on her. 16 arrests. 1 conviction for narcotics, and she's 18. Well, we'll see what we will see.
Adjusting this is like trying to run it's like trying to run the mile run at my school. My fingers are tired. Sorry, I ate something.
When the Cadillac rolled away, Lieutenant Randall was on the radio ordering a pickup.
Yale, 596. I'll pick him up right away. We'll stay with you.
When Melba King caught another taxi, we were right behind her. She took it to an auto court about a mile from the station. We saw her go into the cabin marked D. Randall radioed in our location. We were about to check the auto court office when the door to cabin D opened. Standing beside Melva King in the doorway of the cottage was a pale, stocky man who looked as though his legs wouldn't support him another minute. Then she saw us get out of the car.
It's finally 10 o'clock. So right now it is 10:30.
You're hurt, King. You can't go far.
So 10:30. Yeah, I need it.
It was all ready for her when she got back.
Yeah.
It's already hot. Wanna see
That's
the...
funny. I thought the same thing about you, King. King, that's the reason. I can tell you're hurt bad.
That glowing
Why don't you give it up?
is the tube.
I wasn't.
How much? Tell me.
Half of it.
How much smoke would you have? Oh, yes, you did. That passed out this morning. You got real fish. How much, baby?
You're dying on your feet, King.
Yeah. Well, that's a good place to die. On your feet. Maybe I won't make it. Real still. It's gonna hurt.
No, Harry, please. No!
Yell if you want to.
King, don't add another one to the...
Jesus, I thought that was the radio for a second. Excuse me, sorry to the religious people who have been watching. That just scared me out of my mind.
Let's get this over.
The speaker is in honestly great condition for its age.
Pentagon, item 8.
I saw an original zenith sticker on that speaker.
Item 9, 80.
There we go.
Item 10, miscellaneous. $48 while in New York. Expense account total, $294.60. Remarks. As you know, the two men Melva King contacted were also part of the 6 who had held up the Towner Loan Company. They made a full confession and named the other parties involved. As far as the reward money goes, I think Orrin Vance deserves his $5,000. And I think Pete Florian's widow deserves my $5,000. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Think this story just ended. Sorry with the blur. I'm just making dance jokes to the music. Let's hope that just doesn't trigger epilepsy. People who are prone to epilepsy and seizures. I'm pretty sure they're the same thing.
On your smartphone, we're here to inform and entertain. This is Global News Radio 900 CHML.
Quiet, please. Quiet, please.
It's AM band only. It's 10:34. Yeah, she's doing 10:34, I believe. Sadly, she'll be inaccurate because I'm not.
Quiet, please.
This thing is freaking hot. It's not even funny. Bet you if I touch that clock thing, I'm gonna kill myself with that. I love Art Deco radios. I'm gonna say it right now. I wanted one of these Art Deco radios. Once I started seeing this, let's see if I could say the YouTube channel name right. Shango 66. Give me that. I'll go to his channel page by my computer.
But if you are interested, just...
You're gonna have to bear with me because you're not seeing my personal info. Sorry, YouTube. You can enjoy the radio
Ever
though.
see one before? The big trees. People keep frozen trees. That is, most people do. I keep dead men in it. See? Oh no, I didn't kill him. Matter of fact, I'm not entirely sure he's dead. He doesn't breathe, his heart isn't beating. If he isn't dead, you ought to take down his sign. He was just like that when he was walking around, like a monk. That outfit he's got on, that's the uniform of a very high priest of a race of people who inhabited a certain part of Mexico in the 5th century A.D. Yes, 5th century. What's his own uniform? Well, sure I know about these things. I've spent so many years of this business to be fooled. Fantastic, huh? Yeah, I know that's what you laymen expect to hear from archaeologists. Lots of stuff about walking mummies and weird curses and all that boys' call-off routine. To take it from a practicing member of the profession, archaeology involves a great deal more grubbing in the ground and sifting wheelbarrows full of dirt than it does dodging zombies. However, here I am on a July evening in the year of our Lord 1948 with a house full of extremely dead high priests who were born in the Mexican jungle some 1,400 years ago. No, I didn't cart them back with me. No. They walked in on me. Take that supercilious smile off your face. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. More of that supernatural stuff. More of that H.P. Lovecraft stuff. That my blood flows in my veins of the eldritch, whatever that is, being that towered above me. Yeah, don't kid yourself. What you people call supernatural is just as natural as
This
apples
guy
growing on a tree. The only thing is, our great thinkers, our figures out.
likes to fix all kinds of old stuff. Oh, come on.
Immediately with their slide rules and their
You're
log
kidding
tables
me.
and spectroscopes and stuff.
See, he's
Well, once
already
in a while,
fixed
somebody
the
finds out something.
58
A
zenith
little chunk of
clock.
the so-called supernatural
I believe
slides
this
over
one's
into the
the
field of
same.
exact science, and everybody says, I knew it all the time. My eyes. Well, if men dead 1,500 years
Now
ago
go and
walk around with a
subscribe to
perfectly
this
logical
guy.
explanation for it. They know the explanation, we don't. And if we ever find out, accidentally, there'd be 100,000 scientists
come on.
could have done it a long time ago.
This thing is slow as the first army tank.
To the human race. Thing is, I don't care how they do it. My interest is in why they're here.
Even though I haven't
That's what affects
subscribed to him because I forgot to.
Didn't tell you why.
Actually, I'll do it now.
That's quite simple. They want something I've got, something I brought back from Mexico.
Now Google's about to go Sergeant Gunnery Hartman style and go, what is that?
That's my problem, children. What's yours?
Freedom Factory. Yeah.
No, excuse me. I've been doing all the talking.
That's an awesome
This is
one.
my wife. My beautiful wife.
What else do we have?
Don't let my husband see you. We talk as if all this is very amusing and very simple. But believe me, he's just as frightened as I am.
You can say that again, Liz.
He's still there. You see, I was with him in Mexico.
Neutral drop's always the best.
I'm an explorer too. But I'm afraid I'm not much of an archaeologist. But I'm a very good
That
cook.
one was funny,
I'm a
but
serious member of this
I'm
family.
glad they're all
I'm going to tell
right
you what
after
happened
that car
without
catching on
interrupting,
fire.
I hope, because we think
Sorry
maybe
you
might
didn't
be
get
able
to light
help
your
us.
cigarette
I don't know
stump,
how
man.
exactly.
Neither do I.
But you listen.
Give
A
me
little
that.
time, well, this was our 14th
I'm trying to think of any others.
Then down to Veracruz, and our people met us at Merida. And
This guy cusses a lot, but he's pretty cool.
I'll be right back.
I'm simply scared to death. We've been so fortunate.
Now when I'm about to kick back and watch, I enjoyed that one. This channel's just the mintiest. Oh, god damn it. Phones and their stupid zoom focus garbage. Oh,
Just like the ones
we
carving
could
on
just scroll down my subscriptions.
Watch it.
I didn't even think about that one.
Okay, Christy, we should have a nice sleep.
Oh, no, no, if you wouldn't be so flippant about it.
21 more!
Listen, sweetheart, do you mind?
Oh
I
yeah,
just about
Paper
ready to go
Beats
over that corner
Rock.
and
He's
scream.
fixing his
If I
old
see one more of these.
Mooney Dash Cam, New England Wildlife and more.
No. Only, how long is this going to go on?
Just give all these guys just to check out. Musty One's
How long
awesome.
is it going to go on? We've never been inside one of those.
Musty One's awesome. He's right now fixing an old little 90cc. Looking at TV, likes to go through the extraterrestrial. These guys have a record and they save people out of the mud. This guy reviews Feburary eats military rations. This voice is calming after a day of me feeling like I want to shove my fist through someone's face. School. So much drama, it's not even funny. Junk Bands from Neutral Drop, he's made his own channel. Firescript Garage, most sarcastic guy I've ever watched on YouTube. He's the best. New England Wildlife and more, the best. Yeah, just give these guys a check out if you get a chance. I mean to bribe them for views, but you know, if you're like new to YouTube and you just made yourself a account, you know, just give them a check. Some of these haven't really uploaded in like a coon's age, but if you like zip ties and wireless plies, like it was a month before this one came out, just 37 minutes ago. Starting up an old minty old Detroit diesel, old start, cold start. Nice. And I'm gonna unplug the old Zenith. Shut down me old radio. Not me old radio. Son of a gun. Can't talk anymore.
Not since Rich and I found that these galleries and took away. Greatest treasure that the world has ever seen.
Fine tuning, eh?
All right, now you know.
It's delighted.
Only found a place. Let's see if I can tell you about it. The wilderness of high grass.
How hot is it now? Son of a gun. Well, how is she now? It does not like my phone. 57%.
The door was open. Andrew ran for it, straight down. In the darkness. Darkness that seemed to begin a little too close to the bright entrance. Darkness that made us shiver there in a horrible heat that covered us like a coffin lid. Yes, of course we went in. We lighted our lanterns, one in the wrong. That was what we came for, wasn't it? And I think we were the first human beings who had set foot on that long stone ramp in a great many centuries.
There goes the timer for it. Does it just... The tube's like still on and stuff? There's some weird crackly noise inside of it. I think it might be the clock. It's really hot. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's the... Yeah, what it does is you set the timer. And for a certain amount of time, I'll play music until... Like, say, for example, when I did it, it was the beginning of 10 at night. It went on at 10:46, so I think 60 minutes, like a full hour. The 60? Is this asleep? I love dial-tune radios because you can, like, fine-tune them.
The Ben Dollar Show.
I'm glad these dials are plastic.
It's the voters who put them.
This is metal, so I have to be careful of that.
050. But a text only takes.
This is the greatest archaeological treasure anyone has ever seen. Something off American film. Look around here.
How hot is it now? It's warm. It's emitting a lot of heat. I know these things like to emit a lot of heat, but nothing. I'm not going to be risking an electrical fire that is almost impossible to put out just to keep this thing plugged in. I just set the time to be right for the video. Whether it says zenith on it or not, I'm not chancing it. It to die overnight because I charred myself.
The Mexican government isn't going to get. I was wondering how we were going to get out of here. Now everything's going to be all right. And I nearly dropped the lantern. Because when I turned around to look at the door, the rays lit up the walls of the circular rock-hewn room we stood in. And ranged around the walls 2 feet apart with a high priest and all they were doing.
I'm honestly getting a little
All of them
sleepy.
staring at us, each one of them with a bow in his outstretched left hand, and an amphibian-tipped arrow drawn to the head. Only straight leading us.